So I'm back. We had quickly climbed 129 people in that couple of minutes that I was there. Nice. I gave my comments now because I need to know that it was working. Well, not that I read in the comments, but in case I have a problem, I need to be able to ask the people who are watching me live. People ask for a live video tonight. I can't be in studio tonight because, well, they have a series of meetings that's happening now that the election is called, and I'm going to be all over the country tonight. I have a lot of meetings to attend. So, but one of my first runs is a long run. So I'm going to do this live video now. We have some numbers. We have 29 people. Just now we got to 129 in about 3 minutes. So let me see if those same people find me back. Because I know a lot of people are gonna watch it on the rerun. And that's cool. But most of my people like to be here on the inside. Raphael Banfield, please do the needful and share the video everywhere for me, please. All of our pages. I don't know if Satish is around. I don't know if somebody could grab it, restream it to TikTok and YouTube. I've not actually started talking as yet on the issues. So Raphael is one of the senior members of our communication team, and they're deadly. We have the baddest communications team in any political party. Trust me when I tell you that. That's why all of our combined numbers are in the millions. We get messages out faster than just about anybody else. Yeah? Ken Kisun said we're hearing you, and I'm good with that. Good night, everybody. We're at 104. We're bubbling. Let's get it bubbling. Let's get the numbers up. If you're on the live right now, this is not for the people who are going to watch it after, because, well, I mean, you can still share it. But for the people who are on the live now, share it up for me, please. Good night, Joseph Rich Paul. Good night to my team. Good night to my crew. It's that. The things start. So let's talk about what exactly happened between Monday and Tuesday. Is literally a Kobo sweat to try and get this man a pension. You can't be serious. I telling you, we move in. When we get in office, we're going to deal with this appointment of Stuart Young and undo it. Remove any pictures they put up in any airport and anywhere else in national. He is not an elected prime minister. He's at best an acting prime minister. He's acting for Keith Rowley, who appears to be on the run. Every decision that Keith Rowley makes right now, he has been making it since Donald Trump won. And it looks like Keith Rowley's on the run. And he's making a mess everywhere he goes. I want to tell Trinidad and Tobago something right now. When the coalition of interest is back in office, when you vote us into office, the United Kingdom will give us back visa-free travel. We might even get it from Canada and America. Because Trinidad is going to be such a sweet place to live in quick time that people are going to come home. So they're not going to have a negative drain of humans heading out of Trinidad. We will have to manage the influx of all those Trinis that ran away from the madness of the PNM for all these years and want to come back home. And we want them to come home with open arms. Yeah? So I want to tell you that. We are going to go and negotiate with all of our international partners and get back visa-free travel for our people. Our people must be free to come and go. But they'll want to stay. Because about 20 years ago, I was in a meeting with this American guy. And he was telling me how well he was doing. And so we were having dinner. He was a supplier for my father's company. So one of my jobs was to entertain all these suppliers. And he's telling me in a cocky way, he's saying he's living the American dream. I said, what's the American dream? He said, big house, 2 cars, 2.5 kids, pension, savings, side hustle. I said, keep talking. I said, keep talking. He said, what do you mean? I said, because where you want to get to be truly successful, is to retire to the tropics. Where you trying to get to, I start there. And he frowned. Because he didn't expect that I would love my little country that much to put him in his place. Trinidad and Tobago is the most beautiful country in the world, blighted by the People's National Movement. Trinidad and Tobago is blessed more than any country in the world. We have more of everything. We are the most blessed, pressed down and running over. We are biblical Eden. Trinidad and Tobago is the best country in the world. We just have crappy politicians in public office and the coalition of interests. You see, the 1% send all their attack dogs. Not for Roger, not for PSA, not for Lennox Smith and the Love Movement, not for Prakash Ramadan and the COP. The 1% send their attack dogs for Phillip Alexander. And they try to mash up Phillip and Kamala because they know that they can't get near Kamala since March the 2nd, 2024, when we announced that we will be making sure Kamala Prasad Bisesa is the next Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. One of the things I said is I would use my big voice and the power of all of my resources to protect her, build a wall around her. You can't get near her. And anybody who ride for her, we destroy them politically. Look at Gary Aboud, like a spranger in tongue, dressed up in a cast-off bikini, looking like a madman, hitting like he hitting lines to do them videos because nobody in his store. He stunt a video and he sees some celebrity. I can't remember who the celebrity is right now. And he see the celebrity while he was live. He said, look, we even have celebrities here. And he said, how you doing? But I said, we're doing good. Plenty room in the store, nobody here. And he make him a fool. Gary Aboud, until he boil down like Baji. He come and do all kind of crying video. He do all kind of stunt video. He went and rent 3 Indian to make fish broth in a bar. He ain't bring them home by him in the mother house. That ain't for them. Them here for 1% couch. Them here for 1% chair. Them 3 Indian in that bar wasn't for 1% cutlery and fine china. Gary could go by them. Them can't go by he. And Trinidadians spit him out. Like Gary Griffith. Gary Griffith, who was talk one thing about other people, he say Prakash Ramadan believes that the Congress of the People today is the Congress of the People that got 148,000 votes. He say you're today, it's not your yesterday. And I said, but the irony of this jackass who posted on social media, who don't get 3 comments unless he attacking Phillip Alexander. He don't even attack Kamala anymore. Straight up Phillip Alexander. He had to infer my name. He afraid to call my name now. I tell you why. It's not me he afraid. He afraid Trinbagonians. Because as he called my name, they just go and beat him until he just had to pull them video and hide in shame. He sending little Tim Timal. But I ain't see Tim Timal for about a month. Election call, normally Tim Timal would have been the one putting out them 9 verse and chorus. I ain't seeing him. I feel he leave the party too. Everybody leaving that party, and I'll tell you why. It's not because Gary Griffith didn't have potential, you know. I'll tell him this tonight. Elections call. He put out a video tonight saying it's not war. Brother, it's war. This is a war for the soul of this nation. We're going to fight to rescue Trinidad and Tobago. And any of you come with all your double tongue, go high, go low. You go high, we leave you. You go low, we drag you to hell and beat you. Tell me this ain't no war. It was a war all the time. 10 years of war. 10 years of 1% getting all the foreign exchange. While other people that are suffer, can't get medicine. They have no insulin in the drugstore. You want to shut down CDAP. You want to shut down CDAP. You shut down gates. You take away the children life fund. You take away the laptops. You want to take away the pension. That is war. That is all out war while you're fattening yourself and your finances. That is dig out people's heart war. But you're a real joker. I want to tell you something. It's not that you didn't have potential, you know. You had potential. But what you didn't have was brought up see. You didn't have the understanding that every single person in this country wants for their children what you wanted for yours. You come from being a catcher soldier. Your father used to live in a rundown house in Pity Valley. I know, around the corner from my mother. A rundown house in Pity Valley. You're pretending them big yacht and thing you're driving. Your father dead and leave hundreds of millions for you. But he was living in a rundown house. No problem. No problem. He like rundown. But you come from there and you make money. How you make your money? That's between you and God. But your children have it nice. Your children living well. Everybody want that for their children too. And that's my politics. To be the rising tide that lifts all boats. To make sure that every creed and race does find an equal place in this country. I will fight for that. I will make sure that all the schools in this country are prestige schools. You all heard me say that for 20 years. I will make sure that we capture, hold and treat and distribute the water. You all have been hearing that for 20 years. So people don't have to buy water tank and pump and blue water's water anymore. Save all our money. Save all our money. I will make sure that we will work with international partners. United States of America want to get into data mining. Data mining requires a lot of electricity. 75% of the electricity that the taxpayers in this country pay for go to waste, and we have to pay for it because of the nasty P&M that sell our power generation to friends and finances, 3 companies, and enter into contracts where they generate, no matter how much they generate, we have to pay for it. Anyway, I promise you this, those contracts exist, no problem. We have the land space to offer them data mining facilities all around Wallerfield, all by what they build, E-Tech Park. Go up there and give it to the Americans and tell them use up all that excess electricity. Do like Metal. When our electricity bill used to be small, Metal, the iron and steel plant, used to use all that electricity and they used to pay the bill. So our bill was small. The 1%ers and them was making the money from Metal, and he didn't mind because he was the #1 steel man in the world. So we will get rid of that electricity bill and we will get rid of that water bill. Yeah? We will make sure that this country is run like the Eden it was supposed to be. Paradise on earth convincingly. I want David Rudder to pack up his quattro and his guitar and he do shack and come back home to Trinidad. We want to create 100,000 jobs. We want to bring people like Musk. Yeah, only Musk is jamming outside. Come here and build all them companies have all of them to build. We want to bring everybody here. Bring LG, bring Samsung, bring Apple, bring everybody to Trinidad and let them manufacture, generate 100,000 jobs. Forget oil and gas for now. Tourism, cruise tourism, staycations, cruise vacation, millions, billions of dollars. Take back with Pitch Lake. We will monetize with Pitch Lake $30 billion a year. Start back agriculture. We have 90,000 acres of agriculture land that can be generating $30 billion a year. We have 30,000 farmers begging for land, begging for proper predial larceny law, begging for proper irrigation and water retention. All you have to do is dig lakes. Just dig lakes in the vicinity of the farms so that the farmers can pull their own water. That's all you have to do. That's the government whole job, retention ponds. 5 months out of the year, 100,000 times the water we could use falls on this country. We could have already solved our water problems by tripling and quadrupling the size of the existing reservoirs and building 5 more by decentralizing water to make sure that we capture, hold, treat and distribute. We could end flooding in Port of Spain by capturing all the flood waters underneath Brand Lara Promenade, just like what they do in Japan. And those 100 million gallons of water right there could be treated right there and sent into Port of Spain. All those people who live in Woodbrook must have water 25/8, not 24/7. All they want policy. All they want policy. All them little fly-by-night pop-ups, using with slogan, using with branding, using with policy, and trying to pretend. But the public has listened to Phillip Alexander for years, for decades now. And they've heard all of these policies ad nauseum. We've gone through them piece by piece. Remove the labas, build a proper trash recycling separation facility to deal with our trash like they do in Holland. Trash could make you money. The methane gas from decomposition, you could capture that and use that in the same industry we're going to build. Look now. But PNM supporters get stupefied. PNM supporters get confused. They don't believe that they're entitled to live 1% life. PNM supporters don't believe that their children supposed to go Holy Name and St. Mary's and Fatima and presentation. PNM supporters don't believe that they're supposed to be able to afford food, own a home, put aside money in a bank account for your children. PNM supporters don't believe them thing. So that's why they put up with this. Rowley must live nice. Sharon must have everything waxed and shining. Your wife, sufferation. That's what they convince them. That's what they convince them. Rohan Sinanan must build a boudoir for his wife on a hill in Mearu. Your wife must catch us to live in a hovel in Morva and Beetham and suffer. We will fix that. We will bring proper jobs, not 50,000 security guards, 100,000 manufacturing jobs, jobs that you can develop yourself, jobs that your children can come out of school, because the world needs people with technical ability. COVID teaches us that. We needed doctors. We didn't need no lawyers. We didn't need no lawyers during COVID. They realize that. They realize that. We need technicians, technocrats, people who understand how things work. We needed the people to clean the country. We needed the people to keep the lights on and to keep food running, the food chain. Food processing, agro processing is a whole other billion-dollar industry outside of, listen, growing scorpion pepper in this country on all the land that was ever sugar is billions of dollars, because you're going to be harvesting scorpion pepper 4 times for the year. So you're going to get billions of dollars just growing the scorpion pepper. But you know, if you put down pepper processing plants that just reducing scorpion pepper to pepper mash that we could sell, that is $2,500 for a 55-gallon drum. US, that is more than oil. And our people, they don't have to be BP Amoco. When they talk about oil, it's at 132. Oil at 132, but we gain 1% of that. But when I tell you, give the farmer the 2 acres of land, let him grow his scorpion pepper and pass and pick up his entire production and break that down into pepper mash and sell that to the world, billions of dollars on the ground. Not BP Amoco, not Shell, the average person. 30,000 farmers that could become 60,000 overnight. They tell them farming is dirty handwork. Bullshit. Farming right now in the world. I watch a man, he just creates wall hydroponics that are, you're literally stacking them. You're stacking them horizontally, you're stacking them virtually. You could build hydroponics that growing food in a space the size of a house and feed 10,000 people. That is where we need to go as a country. This nasty PNM made slaves of the people of Trinidad and Tobago, destroyed the middle class, not out of spite, you know. They destroyed the middle class to thief the middle class business. They must make all the money. They destroyed the middle class to turn the middle class business owners into workers and consumers. That's the legacy of Keith stinking, nasty Christopher Rowley. You're a nasty man. And all them poor black people in this country, 6,000 get murdered. How much thousands dead waiting on a doctor or ambulance? How much? How much dead in preventable road accident? How much? You bad talk the police. You say, oh, the police turning off the lights to hide from bandit. Who have the borders open for the bandits to show up with gun? Not you. Who have it open? Who's supposed to come and fix it? Me. Tell me, Nakitos, I come. Because 2 phone calls. And I want to have people from America and Canada here securing our borders. And you know that. You want to tell them, or get rid of the Privy Council? You bitch. You want them to get rid of the Privy Council so you could stack the Caribbean Court of Justice with friends like Christine Kangaloo who willing to do all their bidding. But let me tell all you why we end up with an election. We end up with an election in 24 hours. Because when they realized the pack of shit they did, let me tell you, which is the biggest piece of shit? Camille Robinson is practically struck off as an attorney. You make her Attorney General. She's not on the register. She has not paid her dues since 2001. She can't practice law. How she could be the Attorney General? She had matters before the police for $143,000. She had to prosecute herself. Wait. You appoint a man. You bring him back. You bring a renter Indian. Talk some shit for them renter Indian. You bring him back. You say, look, the Minister of Finance. But he's not a member of Parliament. And he's not a senator. But all of the jackasses swear that man in. So you're swearing a man who cannot be sworn in. Whose whole swearing in is null and void and have no effect. A whole jackass brigade that is the PNM. But wait. Stuart Young appointment as Prime Minister is illegitimate. But it could be illegal too. And they don't want that to reach the Privy Council. You see, the Privy Council will tell us the truth. Like they told stuttering Mendes, when she asked them, how come you didn't investigate the Minister of Finance? Where them billions? But I think all they moved the man. So somebody else had a sweat for that fever. But we're going to deal with all of that. The coalition of interests going to deal with all of that. Here I'm telling you, investigations into all of it. This is not the same Kamla Prasad Bissessa. When they try to stunt, let it be them shit talkers come on my wall, you know. This is the last hurrah. Let them vent their spleen. When they go home, the children in hand-me-down freaking diapers. Let them come and talk the shit. They have nothing left. They have nothing else. PNM children living a nasty life. We have to rescue them, even if they don't know they need rescuing. PNM children going in FET that divided into Olia and VIP. Half the FET is VIP. The VIP getting food and drinks free, up close and backstage. Your ticket is $1,000, them ticket is $5,000. Who you think paid the $5,000? Not the VIP guests. They get it free. They get it free, paid for by some catch-ass busing state companies. And who you think paid that bill? Them same taxpayers, them same PNM children, whining low in the ghetto section. PNM children don't even know that. They don't even know that they deliberately put an education system that creates a space for them to become hewers of wood and drawers of water, laborers, baton twirlers, packing fries in a bag, suffering to go home, fighting to make ends meet. You can't have a dog because you can't afford dog food. There are no leftovers in your house. When you finish, you polish that chicken bone till it's shining. And you know that. And you know that. That's our reality. And the coalition of interests, Kamla Prasad Bisesa, when these dissidents decided to dissent, she said, who want to go, let them go. When CNC3 come to ride for me, she tell them that's not our business. Phillip Alexander and me, that's our business. You see, she know this wrongs. She wasn't playing no games. Griffith at the height just had his mass rally. He and Hamilton and Alvarez and whoever left with them. I ain't see Karen Nunes-Ishara. I ain't see Louis Leasing. I see Paul Naus. They showed me a picture of Paul Naus, but he didn't look like he was happy to be there. But Paul is a loyal fella. Paul Daniel Naus is a good boy. And all of these nasty politicians has taken advantage of him. But Paul Daniel Naus, I want you to hear me. When we get into government, I will make sure they make a space for you because I know you're a good fella and a loyal man. Telling you that. NTA can take care of you, not that ass. Them can't help you. But anyway, the Progressive Empowerment Party raised our own funds. We didn't have a pack of Syrian back in way, like Ghassan Youssef, Sam Saloom, and Peter George, like Griffith had. We had to raise our funds. They say all kind of crap. We had to do it ourselves. Selling jersey, selling sandwich during COVID. Whatever it take, we do. Felicia Holder, Patrick Aransing, Joanne, Nicole. I mean, our crew, second to none. Second to none, yes. Like everywhere else, we had our share of jackasses, and some of them had to go. But every party have jackasses, and some have to go. That's not the conversation that you have to have. Kamla dissidents, who became dissidents because they say that Kamla wasn't going to have an internal election, sit down quiet like church mice after she had the internal election and beat them and say nothing about the PNM, who not only didn't have an internal election but thief a government. And them same dissidents, all you should be shamed, or you should cut all your tongue out of your mouth and fling it in the river. Where you Rushton Barry? How come you talk about PNM? Thief a government. Eh? Where you Rai Ragdir? Your PNM friends you wanna walk with, but they gonna ride you and laugh at you, boy. Eh? You wanna talk about thing? How come you talk the thief a government? If Kamla had do that. Eh? When they appoint Christine Kangaloo, or look at imagine if Kamla Prasad Bisesa had appointed Anand Ramlogan as president, by Rowley would have grow hair to pull it out his head. A lie? Imagine that. You appointed a diehard, died in the wool, down in the gutter, sycophant, PNM, troll, as president of the republic. And we had to take that. But we ain't taking no more. Coalition of interest strong. We're strong. We're going to build an empire in this country. We're going to end them. We're going to dun them. All them political miscreants, they're going to lose office and they're going to lose position. We will go and look for all them renter politicians that hold in office to fool you. We're going to pull them out and send them on their way. Trust me on that. All them big lease, all them 1% lease, 55 million, 100 million, 300 million. You see all that? All that now only going to get cancelled. It's going to get investigated. Who involved in slackness will pay. You'll pay. Run. We got people to make sure they can run too. As the man saying in Law and Order, don't run, you're going to reach the jail tired. Make sure when Kamla win. Make sure when Kamla win. Say, you know what? I feel the business thief about 30 billion. But I ain't sure. So look back 60 billion just in case. You're telling you, come back for all. Come back for all. I want to know, people building mall on Caroni land. Show me the paperwork. Show me how you get that. Show me how you get the change of use. I'm going where ministers build buildings and they didn't have tongue and country approval. I'm going for that. We want to see you. Show we. Step out. They said Gary Griffith rent himself to get a little down the islands. Wanna be 1%. Shit talk. B team. PNM B team. Go and watch. I watch a girl named Tabitha Khan, who does live in Suzette Lower ass crack. When you go on Suzette Lower tread, she potting, Suzette, a next one that had potential. Sell she sold to the devil. When you go on Suzette Lower, she used to have hundreds of people following her. Now she only getting hundreds of people when she shows she children and she dog running in the yard and she eating little Trinidad food. Look, me eating little bus up shot and things she get. Politics, she throat bus. But you're seeing Tabitha Khan riding for everybody. And who Tabitha Khan praising tonight for Gary Griffith? Don't worry, Gary. You go win your seat and help the PNM for me. That's what she say, Tabitha Khan. And out PNM. It just scratch the surface. It's not a real person. What the 1% do, what Harry Back did. Harry Back created fake profiles with Indian sounding names so that you will look on the threads, look on Guardian and Express conversation and think all them Indian gone against UNC. That is brightness. But I come to mash that up because I was exposing all of them. You have a profile where you commenting on every comment, that every conversation that's going on. But you have one friend and one picture. As Magic as Big Child. The heifer and Harry Back. They work for that money, I ain't gonna lie. But we gonna find out. We gonna find out. Kamala Prasad, the general. She's the next Prime Minister. I will ride with her. She has my sword. And all comers, we will take you off from the knees. Don't come. And you see how Griffith is doing shit. He does start thing with me. And I just ignore it. And he does get excitable. And he just overtalk. And then I just hit him back 2 hard slap. And he gone crying to the St. Mary's boyfriends on the St. Mary's boyfriend thread. I went on that thread once and see the little St. Mary's boyfriends, about 30 of them, just cry together in a circle. That's where Short Young come from. Bullying people in the school. You bully a man, Father Debatile and Father Dick. Father Dick, if what they're saying is true, I am ashamed of you. You used to come in my mother's house and eat dinner. I was in St. Mary's College. Father Dick, Father Debatile, I'm ashamed of y'all. If y'all really expel Imran Khan because he beat the shit out of Stuart Young, and because Stuart Young waste of time, father, was on your board and force you. If that is true, we will deal with that too. And that's another reason. That is another reason that he had to call our election, because Asha started to panic. And when whoever you're lying down on home panicking, you just feel that you had to sleep in the doghouse. She started to panic. She started to tremble because she don't want to live in a world where the man that she walking around with, like Candy, is really a bully that beat up a Indian boy in St. Mary's College until the boy, months before exams, break in your ass. All the bully. You get licks. You get licks like a Good Friday bubbly, and you run to your daddy to expel the boy. That's another reason, because all your shit was coming out in the public space. But telling you, all them billions that your brother make, all them recusal you recuse, ain't gonna fix it, you know. All the lawyer you think is lawyer. I's a bush lawyer now. I see inside of enough court, all the train me. I know. All the lawyer, you're lawyer. You see, we will deal with it. We will make sure all them media house that taking government money, all them Sabga Media boss 10 years now, even with government advertising, Sabga Media losing money every year. All of them boss, and we will pull all that government advertising. You will close down, or you will lose all our money trying to hold on. Anyway, I want to tell Trinidad and Tobago something. Now is the time for real men. Now is the time to stand up for your home, stand up for your children, stand up for your future, stand up for your community, stand up for your country. The coalition of interest is an army. I am in the coalition of interest, and I commit myself. I will get out. I had gotten out of politics. I come back to help Kamala. I come back to make sure she's the next Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. And I tell you all, when the time is right, my orange shirt, I will put on a yellow shirt. I dare for that woman. Kamla Prasad says the last hope this country have. The best last chance of rescuing. If you want a better home and a better country for your family, you have to get ready to vote Kamla Prasad Bisesa. Next week, Saturday, in Bamboo number 1, across from Sabga Grand Bazaar. Across from there is our PEP St. Joseph office in Bamboo number 1. We're having a massive rally. Come next week, Saturday. We're having treats and stuff for the children from 2 to 5. But from 5 o'clock, it's cat piss and leather. Who want it? Come for it. Yeah? Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.